We are going to be live here in a minute. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live interview. I am here with Sheila. Let us know if you can see us. Say, hey, Kristen, what's up? Say, hey, Sheila. Let us know if you're watching with us. Hi, guys. Happy Thursday night. It is June 2nd. I cannot believe it's actually June. Like, this is crazy. You know, Sheila, like, literally, we talked in what? Well, February, maybe? January? Do you remember? Yeah. Oh my God. And now we're in June and look at you. Oh my goodness. So yeah, guys, we're here with Sheila Sullivan. Thank you so much, Sheila, for being here tonight. Guys, I am going to try to share comments with Sheila so she can see who's watching with us. And again, I want to thank her for her time. And, you know, I told her on our last session that I felt like this was a story that just had to be shared. Not only was it inspiring to, you know, me and other people in CMW, but I know Sheila did something that she didn't think she could do, right, Sheila? So tonight she's going to get a chance to share her story and, you know, share how she lost that 35 pounds, right? And more importantly, lowered her cholesterol. Sheila, like I remember our first call, I'm like, that was your main goal, right? Was to get healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go into that tonight too. But yeah, Sheila came to CMW for weight loss. As most people do, we are a health and weight loss coaching program. And she found us online, right? And she never met any of us in person, like still hasn't. And all of our sessions were virtual. And I know sometimes people wonder like if that's an effective way to have accountability and support. And, you know, as Sheila saw, like we have lots of support in CMW and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But I know a lot of you guys are here watching just because, you know, and I want to thank her for being here. So the first thing I like to do on these interviews, and we've done a lot of these here in CMW, and I'm finally bringing them back because we have some awesome success stories we want to share with you guys. And comment below if you're watching us live. Say, hey guys, we're here. Or if you're watching the replay, give us a hashtag replay. But I want to, you know, give Sheila some love here. I want to thank her. But, you know, one of the reasons why I like sharing these stories, and I'm so thankful that clients are willing to do this, is because I know they do inspire people. So like if you are considering the weight loss journey or what to do, or you're on it and you're frustrated or looking for that momentum, Sheila's here for you guys tonight because like really you're in for a treat. So Sheila, like go ahead and share with us a little bit about like what made you reach out to CMW? Like what had you tried in the past? Like give us a little bit of background on your weight loss journey prior to CMW.
I had always worked out and had maintained a healthy weight until menopause, and they put me on some medicine for that. I gained a bunch of weight, metabolism just crashed, could not get the weight off. I had tried my Fitness Pal, I had tried metabolic renewal, fasting, tried counting sugar, counting calories, counting macros, and just nothing was working anymore that had worked in the past. I had a physical at the end of last year, and I was told my cholesterol had jumped up to 275, which is terrible. And when my doctor put me on a statin, I had a like allergic reaction to it, and I had to get taken off it right away because it made me really, really sick. And I thought, oh, great. What am I supposed to do now? I've got this dangerously high cholesterol. My family has a lot of stroke history. And I thought, I've got to find something. So I started online looking for different nutritionists and dietitians and weight loss people. And I talked to a few before I found CMW, and they were all either pushing supplements or it was really obsessive macro counting and things that I knew I would never do, and just thought this is not the right route for me. And when I saw your site and saw some other testimonials and read about it, I thought, hey, this sounds pretty reasonable. It sounds sustainable, which were two equally important things for me. I thought, I don't want to go on some crash diet, lose 20 pounds and gain it all back, and then some 3 weeks later when it's over. And so I thought, like I said, yours sounded the best. It just sounded very common sense, very reasonable. And I didn't have to buy any protein shakes or supplements. So I was very happy with that. So, and after 3 months on CMW, my cholesterol is down to 179 and maybe even less. I'll get it rechecked in a while and see how I'm doing, because that was 10 pounds ago. So,
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah. And so again, like something we say in CMW is health first, weight loss second, both with strategy. And we are like very health focused. And I remember Sheila on her first call said like that was really her number one. And I know she had been through all these things in the past. And comment below in the chat, like if you've tried any of the things Sheila has tried. I know she's not alone here, right? I think like so many of us, even myself included, years ago, like, and I think that was one of my motivators behind creating Create My Weight, was like I had been through all these different diets, and I think a lot of us, cycle through, and we see results and don't, and like it's just this never-ending cycle. And Sheila really wanted to end the cycle, and I'm so thankful that you felt like we were the best fit for you, because I know you did a lot of research, and I know a lot of people do, like they look around and there's lots of options, but ultimately it's like what feels the best. So tell us a little bit about like what it was about the program that you enjoyed. Like, why do you think it was so helpful for you?
I think it was so many things. It's hard to narrow it down. The accountability is awesome. The support was amazing. Just the motivation of having small goals, little baby steps that really added up to make the habits stick. I love your team. I love that you have so many different people with different personalities and viewpoints, and just, some things clicked with other people right away. And then you talk to somebody else, oh, that makes sense now after doing this for a while. And it just really helped to have that, the accountability. I loved, I've always been a school geek. I liked having the homework, and it made me do it and not just set it aside. Just the encouragement was so helpful after struggling on my own for so long, and having a lot of negative influences in my past life. It was really nice to have people who are upbeat and fun and encouraging. And I love your workouts online. They're so fun, even though I never could do them live because I had to go to my job. Love the replays, and the fact that you make those available and it's not just the same stuff over and over and over and over again is so nice. That really, really helped motivate me to stick with it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. And I know like that was also something you were looking to get into when you first joined CMW. You wanted to get back into fitness and like find that love for fitness again and that consistency. How do you feel about your consistency now with your fitness?
Oh, it's a million times better. Yeah. I look forward to it again. I love it again. I always used to. And it gets discouraging when you're struggling with the weight for so long and nothing's working, that you just kind of feel like, why am I doing this? It's not working. It's, you do kind of, didn't do that for very long, luckily, but I still had that in there where I was just I needed to get back into it and get a schedule down again, and just make it a habit, make it back part of my life.
Right. Yeah, guys, comment in the chat if you resonate with Sheila, like how, you lose motivation to work out if you're not seeing results, you're busting your butt, like eating right, and then you're not seeing it and you lose that motivation, right? Lack of motivation comes from lack of confidence. This is something we always talk about in CMW, and like knowing the right things to do. And then again, like I know Sheila mentioned, and I'm sure a lot of you guys here watching, it's like, how do you find that passion for fitness? Sometimes we have it, lose it, gain it back. And then other times people never have it. How do I like fitness? Like, how do I like strength training? I know I should strength train, and I know I should do some cardio, but like, I don't like any of it. Right. And it's about like finding that balance and finding those workouts that serve you, and making them like align with your schedule. And that's really something that Sheila did so beautifully. And, we make that happen in CMW, no matter what kind of fitness you like, and so I think, again, Sheila, like you being so coachable and willing to really like put in the work, and like, Sheila just mentioned like homework, like there are little things that we do ask our clients to do outside of our one-on-one sessions, because we really do want them to learn, like there's an educational piece in CMW, and then also to really make these habits stick. And it's like, how do we make these habits stick? How do we learn the value, and how do we learn how to change our thinking about habits in order to make them last long term? And that's something a lot of people don't realize. It's like, we all know we need to have habits, like habits create us, right? And they're super important, but like, how do we change our thinking about habits? Because habits sound annoying. Like, oh, like I have so many things to do. I don't want to worry about X, Y, and Z. Like, I don't want to add more to my to-do list. And so habits seem like more of a to-do list. But like what Sheila is talking about is she really changed her thinking about these habits. And that's why she is 35 pounds down, 96 points down her cholesterol. I mean, those are big numbers, you guys. And I want you to understand that the amount of effort that she put into this journey is why she has the results that she has. And I don't want you guys to think that like Sheila's home all day, has nothing else to do but like CMW stuff. Like, Sheila, like you work full time, right? So no, it's not about that. But it's just I'm proud of you, girl. So and I want people to also understand too, like this journey is not easy, right? And no weight loss journey is easy. We have our ups and downs. So I like us to be as transparent as possible. So Sheila, was there any time during your journey with us, we were with us over 16 weeks, any time during the journey where you felt like you struggled?
I did struggle with the mindset. I had a lot of fear of failure at the beginning, especially with, you know, I'm older than you by a bit, and have lived a few more years. And when you've been doing things for a long time and it's not working, it is very frustrating. And you don't even want to get your hopes up, because it's like, oh, is this going to be yet another thing that just crashes and burns? And it was hard for me to be optimistic and really expect real change, because I had been there, done that, not quite the same way, and had never had any results. And you're so right when you say that it's the 80% mindset and 20% food and exercise, because it really is. And changing my thoughts was the key, and taking the time and putting in the work to do that was tough. I'm sure Kisa would say that, yeah, we had a few arguments along the way, good natured, but just debating over things. And I was very skeptical. But slowly, as I started seeing progress, it was harder and harder for me to make those arguments, because they weren't valid. And I was seeing that what was holding me back was just me, and it wasn't the process. It was all me. But that just came with time. And I don't think anybody can see that change overnight. It does take a while. You've got to work through it. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You guys comment in the chat if you're watching and like, you're getting in your own way, right? Like you are your own worst enemy. Comment in the chat. Like that's me, right? Like, and this is what Sheila's admitting. And we, right. And we call this self-sabotage, right? It was a very common term in the weight loss journey. And we do this in multiple aspects of our lives. Sometimes we do it in relationships, sometimes at work, sometimes wherever, but and it's hard to work through that, and that's what's nice about having like the accountability, as Sheila was talking about, like, and we do have a team of coaches in Create My Weight. We have Danielle, our dietitian. Kisa is our emotional eating support, mindset support. And then Pip is one of our chefs, and Abby is one of our community coaches. And so we do have this team, and it is our job to show you where the holes are in your process and like where you're falling short and how to move forward. And the mindset's the hardest part for most people, I will be honest. And like working on that has been key. And yeah, and I also remember too, like when we first started, like you were apprehensive to even like try some new foods, right? So it's like, like and look at you now, like you evolved so much.
Yeah, I started out really not liking to cook at all, and I've overcome a lot of that, so that's been good.
Oh my God, you guys, comment if you agree with Sheila, like you don't like cooking and now, but you have to do it, right? Like at some point, it's just like one of those things. Like I don't love to cook either. I'm very transparent about that in the program. But I think it's just, where we can really see great results by cooking some more at home, and nothing crazy, and Sheila, like, I want people to know, like, she still had food freedom, right? Like she still traveled with her boyfriend and did all these fun things. So how do you like how you eat now, Sheila?
Excuse me?
How do you like how you eat now?
Oh, much better. I like it. It's actually, it's been a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I struggled with that, just mentally thinking like, oh, am I going to be able to do this? And once I kind of got into a rhythm with it and sort of figured out what was working for me and ways to food prep ahead of time that really takes less time than what I was doing before when I was not really thinking ahead very much. I'm really pleased with it. It's worked out well. I feel a lot better, and obviously the weight's coming off, so it's working. So yeah,
it's working. And that's such a great phrase to say with such confidence, right? It's working, right? Because before this, the phrase was the opposite. Nothing works.
Nothing's working. Yeah.
Nothing's working. Right. And like, I remember the first call you had with Brooke, and like, I remember you saying like how, you were eating healthy, right? Like, I think I'm doing some good things. Like, I don't really know like where I'm falling short. Yeah. And I hear this a lot. A lot of people come to us and say, oh, I'm eating healthy. I work out. I don't understand. And then like, we teach you like what's going on, what's really going on under the surface. So, but yeah, but you know, I know you're happy like with your progress. I know you have more progress you want to make, but like, again, like you have seen such a change already in your physique. And I know like your clothes fit better, all these things you've talked about. How confident do you feel at this point in your ability to, you know, keep the results you've had and then also continue on your own?
Way more than I expected to at the start, for sure. I feel like I have the tools now that I know what to do, and kind of how quickly that happens will be up to me, obviously, but I know how to get going again. If I plateau, I know how to continue with my habits. And yeah, I feel very confident that I'm going to be able to continue on with this and maintain it when I get down to where I want to be. And I would tell anybody that's watching I recommend you do as long of the program as you can. I had the 16 weeks and I needed it. I was not quite there at 12 yet with the confidence and the mindset. And but I do think that, yeah, if you stick with it and put the effort in, that it's definitely doable forever. This isn't something so weird like, oh, I have to eat, you know, kale smoothies every day for the rest of my life. And I can't, if I stop doing that, I will immediately gain back 300 pounds. You know, that's not how this works. So I was really pleased that it was so sustainable. I can really see myself doing this forever. So, yeah.
Oh, that gives me chills, guys. Like, comment in the chat if like that's important to you, something you could do forever, you know. And I know sometimes people say, I just want to jumpstart. I just want a quick fix. I just want to lose weight for this wedding, or just to look good in a bathing suit in a month. But like, then what? Right. And so like, that's the important thing. So I'm really happy that that's what you found. And that's what you have. And I love the advice that you gave, you know, yeah, she did our 16-week program. And I see Vanetta she's using her daughter's profile, but Vanetta's live with us. And Vanetta did the 16-week program. Hey girl, what's up? And she lost 40 pounds with us. And so, but she had said like the 16 weeks was like the really important for her and her success. Danielle, our dietitian's live with us. So hey, Danielle. So, you know, we really are so like proud of you on your journey. Yeah, no, I know, like you said, like just having that support was helpful. And I'm so happy you think it's something you could sustain. And guys, I want you to understand something. Like, I know like when Sheila first started, or even before she reached out to us, like she didn't think this was possible. And I hope you're realizing that this is possible for you. You know, I don't know, it doesn't matter what age you are, what you've been through in the past, you've done every diet, you think you're unfixable. This is doable. Okay. And Sheila is living proof. Like, you can create your success story. Right. So if you want to learn more about Create My Weight, see if this is a good fit for you. Like Sheila said, she talked to multiple people, did all this research before reaching out to us, you know, and then she found the real deal. If you're looking for the real deal, reach out to us just like she did. All you got to do is go to createmyweight.com/apply and just schedule a call with us, you know, and we'll talk to you. We want to hear your story. We want to know where you've been, and we want to show you how to get to where you want to be. You know, and so Sheila had a vision, like she knew exactly what she wanted. She wanted to get healthy, she wanted to get fit and have a lifestyle, bottom line, right? But we're the visionaries, you know, we show you how to get there. And like she said, we have a whole team behind you. You have an army literally behind you. And I'm so grateful for the CMW team, Kisa, Abby, Pip, Danielle, obviously, and even all the clients. Like, we have alumni in the Facebook group. We've got people that just do the classes. Like, we have a whole team, you guys. So, and Sheila's in there now. And again, like, I'm just so grateful for the community. And that's also something I highly recommend, whatever you choose on your journey, whether it's CMW or not. I highly recommend you surround yourself with people who will lift you up and who have the same vision as you. Right. And this is not just for the weight loss journey. This is anything in your life, right? You want positive energy, right? You got to protect your own energy. So you want to surround yourself with people who will give you that protection and that will support you. And Sheila, like, I want to also thank you because I felt like you were such a contributor to our community. Like you would share your wins, you would share the ups and downs. Like I remember the day when you got your cholesterol results back, I remember like when you wore that work dress, and you're like, I could wear this work dress now. Oh my God. And I just love your contributions. And like, that's why someone like you, like, not only are you so deserving of this, but this is why you were so successful, because you pay it forward. You put your heart into this journey. And I want everyone to know, again, like, and Sheila was skeptical, like, as you can see, right? But once you know, you know. So Sheila, I want to thank you. And I want everyone here to really feel empowered because this is doable for you. You are worth this. And this is your reality. So if you're ready to create your success story, go to createmyweight.com/apply. And we'll see if this is a good fit for you. All right. So I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank Sheila for taking time out of her busy day. I know she just got home from work, probably like 40 minutes ago. So I want to thank you. And if you have any questions, you can comment below. Let me see if there's any questions right now on the Facebook Live. Oh, here's Abby. She says, go Sheila. Asara is here. Awesome. Hey, girl. So again, yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Any questions, comment below with them or any love for Sheila. And we'll have another interview in a couple of weeks. I'll be doing some more for summer. I will also be announcing the CMW Summer Challenge. We do 3 challenges a year. Our next one is going to be July 18th is the start. So we'll be sharing some info and that's open to the public. But yeah, about our programs, createmyweight.com/apply. All right. So thank you guys for joining. Sheila, I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Bye, you guys. See ya.